Gong Won-ho is back, but he's not done yet. Gong Won-ho is back, and he's not happy. He's dealing with a loan shark, and it's clear he's in over his head.
Rim, coffee and papers please. Yes, Master, Assistant Rim, action. He deals with the loan shark, but it's clear it's not going to be easy. What do we get? Gong Won-ho is trying to negotiate, but it's clear this is not going to work.
The loan shark is not giving in, and it's clear Gong Won-ho is running out of options.
So, how do I start more about with my money feel like? I assented awesome. Well, thesis just in case, but...
You idiot. There's no one who can get hit by that skill and live.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. Hardcore leveling warriors buff is broken. Is about to make a comeback. He's got one goal in mind, take back what's his. He's been watching the pro players, studying their moves, and waiting for the right moment to strike. His obstacle is the new player, who's been dominating the game. He's got a powerful skill that's almost unbeatable. Knows he's in for a tough fight, but he's not going to back down. He's got his sights set on the new player's team, and he's ready to take them on.
His goal is to get back on top. The obstacle is his loss of Ethan, which has thrown him off his game. His action is to try and focus, but his anxiety is getting the better of him. His consequence is that he's starting to make mistakes, and his grip on his character is loosening. I'll do whatever it takes. I got to get back on top. You're going to exhaust yourself, Won-ho. His jaw locks. He steps forward anyway. I'm the hardcore leveling warrior. I've got to prove I'm still the best. I've been grinding for so long. My body aches. This isn't how it's supposed to be. My goal is to take back my position.
Gong Won-ho's eyes narrow. His goal is to reclaim his status as the top player. The obstacle is the mysterious player's power and skill. He tries to intimidate them, but they're not backing down. His consequence is that he's starting to feel the weight of his own weaknesses. His words are laced with venom, and his fists are clenched. I'll find you, that's easy for you to say. You're just a game. I'm the one who's really invested in this.
System is hacked. Security breach imminent.
No. The ruthless guild leader unleashes his ultimate spell, obliterating the front lines as the entire team watches in horror, their fate hanging precariously in the balance of a single, devastating casting. Lee Hyun's unyielding resolve is shattered as he witnesses his friends, comrades, and everything he's fought for, being utterly decimated by the guild leader's merciless assault, his heart heavy with the weight of failure. The guild leader's sinister plan is finally revealed, leaving Lee Hyun reeling as he's forced to confront the dark truth behind this SS-grade quest. A truth that will shake him to his very core, forever changing the course of his existence.
Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now.
Stop. You're wrong. Who says that? Two idiots, Gadblocker and another.
They think they can just jump in and order like everyone else? Won-ho's hands are shaking with anticipation. He's been waiting for this moment for so long. His turn is finally next.
Crack or crack. Drain and then, everything falls apart. Won-ho's character is suddenly reset to level. No warning, no explanation. He's back to 0. If you want more daily recaps, hit that subscribe button now.
Won-ho wants to know who's behind the mysterious voice. He tries to make out the face, but it's hard to see. The voice keeps taunting him, saying, "Are you, possibly, and Zhao Hao?" Won-ho's about to lose his patience, and then he remembers this disgusting voice. I was wondering what this disgusting voice belonged. Won-ho's eyes flash with a mix of confusion and frustration as the two idiots, Gadblocker and another, start hitting him. What does he want? To break free from the idiot's healing. What's in his way? The idiots won't stop. Won-ho tries to push them away, but they won't budge. He's getting angrier by the second. What happens? The idiots keep healing Won-ho, and he starts to feel a strange sensation. What's the cost? Won-ho's emotions are in turmoil as he realizes he's being toyed with once again. Won-ho's eyes dart back and forth, his movements erratic as he tries to make sense of the situation. What does he want? Answers from the mysterious voice behind the idiots.
The battle rages on as Sung Mir-yong unleashes a devastating combination of attacks, showcasing his newfound prowess and driving the crowd to frenzy in a spectacle that will be remembered for ages. The emotional toll of Sung Mir-yong's reckless ambition takes its toll, as his relationships with his friends and loved ones begin to fray, leaving him isolated and uncertain about the true cost of his success. As Sung Mir-yong stands victorious but battered, the enigmatic figure behind the mysterious organization watches with an air of calculated interest, their true intentions remaining a dark and foreboding mystery.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter. The world is on the brink of destruction. 1 year ago, the Red Player Guild Nightmare started a great war, known as the beginning of all wars. You, Sora, become a hardcore leveling warrior to stop them. Your goal is to save a single person, but the price of victory is the downfall of the entire realm. You're not just fighting for a person, you're fighting for the very existence of the realm. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and your decisions will shape the course of history. You know what's at stake, right? You realize the weight of your responsibilities, and the burden of being the only one who can save this person. Who? HCLW, what? He's got to dodge a strike, what blocks him? Zhou Tsong's attack, what happens? HCLW dodges the attack with ease. What is the cost? Zhou Tsong gets frustrated. Kia. So you managed to dodge the first one. 11-11. Let's see if you can dodge it again. Who? Zhou Tsong, what? He's surprised by HCLW's reaction, what blocks him? His own misjudgment, what happens? Zhou Tsong gets caught off guard by HCLW's action. What is the cost? Zhou Tsong's underestimation. Well, this is an unexpected situation. Kai. I'll make you laugh, of course I will. I'll protect you. Hardcore leveling warrior. Nim. We promised, and we promised to just talk to each other comfortably. Didn't we? Didn't we?
The key action or twist of this chapter. Yunwoong's lightning-fast reflexes allow him to dodge the first giant dragon strike, but he's left reeling from an earth-shattering blow that sends him tumbling down the dragon's mountainous scale. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Yunwoong's newfound self-trust is shattered as he grapples with the devastating realization that he's not invincible, and his crippling self-doubt is now a harsh, unforgiving reality that haunts him with every step. The cliffhanger. What is left dangerously unresolved going forward? As the dragon unleashes its full fury, Yunwoong frantically scrambles to regroup, but his chaotic defense is no match for the beast's relentless assault, and the outcome hangs precariously in the balance, threatening to crush him utterly.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update. The debt collector's message is direct. The amount is staggering. Won-ho thinks back to his last big win, the moment he felt on top of the world. He knew then that he was unstoppable. That feeling lasts forever, but the losses pile up. How can someone he trusts be so willing to cut him off?
You should have learned by now, player, you're nothing but collateral. Let's dive into the story of Hardcore Leveling Warrior and make it epic. If you want more daily recaps, hit that subscribe button now. Beat.
Won-ho's debt collector, Chairman Kim, is breathing down his neck, threatening to take his fingers or head if the debt isn't paid. Won-ho's still in a bind, and Chairman Kim's not budging. No matter how much cash Won-ho throws at him, Chairman Kim demands more. The debt collector thinks Won-ho's made from money, that human bodies are nothing but collateral. What's driving Won-ho's desperation? What's the limit of his obsession?
Will he let me go if I have 1,000,000,000?
One hose down, pinned to the floor by Chairman Kim's debt collectors. P40. Kill you? Why would I kill ya? I'll rather make ya retarded and see you for somethingals. One hose furious, the humiliation's too much. He struggles against his restraints, but they hold. Please give him a little bit more time. I feudo.
One ho's got a new target in his sights, and it's not just anyone. It's the mysterious player who killed Ethan. One ho wants to know how they knew he'd be in danger. He's furious, his friend's life was shattered, and he's still reeling from the betrayal. His hands won't stop moving, checking for any hint of danger.
How'd you know?
One ho's trying to keep his cool, but the memory of Ethan's scream still haunts him. He sees the chair being delivered, and the chairmaker's sneer. His eyes narrow, he's onto something.
Are you from Chair Kim's side?
One ho gives a cold smirk. No need to prove anything. He's already the strongest, the key action or twist of this chapter. Seonji is now faced with a life-altering offer, 1,000,000,000 gold coins for his skills. But the catch is that it will erase his past memories, leaving a gaping void in his identity. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. The thought of losing his precious memories sends Seonji into a downward spiral of anguish and despair, as he clings to the fragile threads of his past. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. With Seonji's memories hanging in the balance, the dark figure lurking in the shadows watches with an air of anticipation, poised to make a move that will forever change Seonji's fate.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter.
The city gates are reduced to splintered wood and ash. The hardcore leveling warrior, known for his ruthless tactics, has just been declared the world's biggest game, Lucid Adventure. But for him, the true battle's just begun, a fight for revenge against the mysterious player who killed his friend, Ethan, and brought him back to level. He's determined to rise to the top again, and nothing will stand in his way. His fists are clenched, his eyes blazing with a fierce determination. I'll show them what a real hardcore warrior looks like. The challenger is not cowering, not even for a second. He stands tall, his eyes locked on the champ, his jaw clenched in determination. The stakes are high, but he's willing to take the risk.
Kook. This guy.
Brian. Gong Won-ho realizes his target is closing in fast, but he's too focused on his own game to notice. His obstacle is his concentration. He needs to snap out of it or he'll get caught off guard. He acts swiftly, his body shifting into defense mode as he spots the incoming attack. The consequence is a close call. He barely dodges the strike, his heart racing with adrenaline. Brian, the guild master, that's who we're dealing with now. His goal is to outmaneuver Gong Won-ho, to show him who's boss. His obstacle is his own arrogance. He's too confident, too sure of his own abilities. Lee Hyun's strategic gamble pays off as he expertly manipulates his opponents into an impromptu duel, forcing them to confront their own limitations in a high-stakes battle. Sobin's heart shatters into 1,000,000 pieces as she realizes she's been outmaneuvered. Her trust and affection for Lee Hyun now tainted by the harsh reality of his ruthless ambition.
If you're enjoying this, subscribe to Manwa with Hari. New chapters drop every week.
Stop, you're wrong. One ho can't be stopped. He won't let anyone tell him otherwise. One ho yells back at Grand General Tech, and the tension is palpable.
One ho's got his eyes on the prize. He orders his squad to get ready for battle. But first, he needs to get his gear in order, and that black magic quest is not going to do itself.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
One ho meets a new ally, a kid who's been training on their own. But that's not all. There are rumors of Yopi planning to strike from the back, and One ho is not having it.
Don't look like a noob, kid. How did you win earlier? Beat join the Hari squad with a sub before the system crashes.
One ho's eyes widen in frustration.
Inside the dungeon, the air is thick with anticipation. One ho can feel the weight of the game bearing down on him. He knows he's not the only one who wants to take down these two idiots. The Grand General's eyes are on him, watching, waiting. One ho's not sure what Tech wants, but he knows it's not going to be good.
It'll be hard even for a hard hitter to do something.
One ho's face sets in a determined expression. He's not afraid of a challenge. He's been through harder battles than this. He takes a deep breath, squares his shoulders, and steps forward, ready to face whatever comes his way. The question on everyone's mind: what will happen now that Won-ho has taken the first step into the dungeon?
Lee Hyun's desperate gamble pays off as he infiltrates the surveillance room, his heart racing with every step. But at what cost to his already fragile mental state? Lee Hyun's obsession with leveling up has finally taken its toll, his connections with his loved ones fraying as his pursuit of power becomes a merciless, all-consuming force in his life. As the clock ticks closer to the grand tournament, the dark forces gathering in the shadows begin to mobilize, leaving Lee Hyun facing a daunting, existential threat that may ultimately undo everything he's worked for.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter. Panic sets in. He's desperate for a lifeline, and all he can think about is the voice on the other end. He pleads for mercy, begging to be spared, but the response is cold and unforgiving. The other player is toying with him, enjoying the thrill of the hunt. He knows he's not good enough to take this player on, but he has to try. His hands are shaking, and his voice cracks. It's time for another epic ride with the hardcore leveling warrior. We're diving into beat, and I'm hyped, folks. The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable. Won-ho, or should I say, is having a rough time.
The desperation is clear. Won-ho is pleading for his life, but his frustration is boiling over.
Won-ho's eyes narrow as he thinks about the reward for completing the quest. He needs that money, and fast. Without his employer, he's out of a job, his livelihood hanging by a thread. But what's the cost of getting back on top? What will he have to sacrifice?
How boring. End this bore fest.
Won-ho takes a deep breath, his jaw set. He's got one shot to take down Ethan and get back to level. However, fate has other plans, and a new, unknown challenge awaits him. Won-ho's voice is low and menacing as he gives Ethan an ultimatum. Give him back his life or face the consequences.
Youngwa's carefully crafted plans shatter like glass as he's brutally betrayed by the very people he once trusted, their faces twisted with malice in a heart-wrenching display of backstabbing. Sung-min loses the one person he truly cared for, the one who understood him, leaving him shattered and reeling from the crushing weight of her unexpected loss in a world that doesn't value his fragile heart. The ominous warning echoes through the abandoned streets like a death knell as Youngwa's ominous declaration, "I'm not going down without a fight," hangs precariously in the air, an unspoken threat to the darkness lurking beyond.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update. Brian. Alright, let's dive into Hardcore Leveling Warrior. His lordship's charming smile was on full display, but I could sense the weight of his past failures bearing down on him. He's a warrior driven by desperation, haunted by the ghosts of his dark past. Won-ho that just lost everything in a single stroke. You got nothing. That's how it feels, Ethan. Every shred of progress, every skill level, gone. This was the first time Ethan has ever experienced defeat. He thought he had it all figured out, but now his whole world is turned upside down. Don't try to trade with me, kid. You don't have the coin. The warrior takes a deep breath and nods, his eyes dead set on the sword. The room falls silent as everyone waits for his next move. He's got no other options. He'll do this no matter what the cost. He realizes the truth now. The gloves are his ticket to the top. But Medusa's combat gloves special skill activates, and his percent chance to proc critical hits turns into a percent guarantee because of his buffs. His confidence soars as he thinks, I have percent chance to proc critical right now because of my buffs.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. But then, get petrified.
Get petrified. His plan was a success, and he's frozen in time, but this human can still see him, and the human starts to attack.
He's frozen, but he can see the human's attack coming. He knows he has to act fast.
The human looks at him, and for a moment, it's like the human is trying to see through his frozen state. How shallow. He can still see the human's determination, the human's will to win, and it makes him angrier. The human is trying to kill him, and he knows he's the stronger one. He seizes the opportunity and unleashes a critical hit that leaves the human reeling. Critical.
Stats maxed. New skill level up.
The human looks at him with a mixture of shock and anger, and for a moment, he thinks, how shallow, just die. But then, he remembers the battle at hand. How the hell are we supposed to win against this?
How shallow? Just die. He knows he needs to stay calm, to think clearly, but the human's next attack makes him realize that he might not stand a chance.
The fierce battle rages on as Sung Jinwoo boldly charges into the fray, his sword flying in a blur of steel and light, but a devastating blow sends him crashing to the ground. Sung Jinwoo's resolve is tested as he struggles to keep his humanity intact in the face of unimaginable suffering, his heart heavy with the weight of his comrades' lives hanging in the balance. A chilling figure emerges from the shadows, its malevolent gaze fixed on Sung Jinwoo. As the darkness closes in and the air is thick with foreboding, the sound of eerie whispering sending shivers down his spine.
Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now. The game is over, and the promise was made. The downfall is just minutes away. Gong Won-ho, aka Ethan, realizes his life as the top-ranked player is ending. The Lucid Adventure's reputation is at stake, and his entire identity is about to be shattered. Won-ho's hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice, his eyes scanning the area for any sign of hope.
Join us for multiple chapters. A feast for crows.
Won-ho wants to check the kid's stats. The kid's stats are astronomical, but Won-ho doesn't have the time to figure that out right now. He needs to move to act. Won-ho makes a split decision, pouring in an insane amount of gold and experience. He checks the kid's current level and growth, hoping to find a way to counter this sudden power increase. Wow, that's too much power for anyone.
Swords clash as Jinwoo faces the truth. His past life strength was a mere illusion, cruelly ripped away by the very system he sought to dominate. Jinwoo's sense of self is shattered as he grapples with the crushing revelation that his former life was nothing but a facade, leaving his present self a hollow shell of despair. With the darkness looming larger by the minute, Jinwoo's desperate cry echoes through the void. Where am I? Why can't I remember?
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update. I fell, and the moment my magic died, the world began to unravel at the seams. My vision blurs, and I stumble, desperate to hold on to anything. My hands grasp for the non-existent ledge, the familiar landscape crumbling beneath my feet. My rage boils over. I refuse to fall this hard. I won't be defeated by this dump of a place.
Stop, you're holding on too tight.
My resolve hardens. I'll never give up the top spot. I take a step forward, and my foot lands heavily on the ground. The pressure builds, and I feel the familiar tremors of my magic refusing to yield. Gong Won-ho's eyes scan the horizon, his hand instinctively twitching for his sword hilt. His friends are still alive, and he knows he has to protect them. The problem is, the Archdevil's power has made the entire landscape feel like a twisted, hellish maze. Every step forward is a gamble, and he's running out of time. His resolve hardens. He can't trust anyone, not even himself. He spots a target, and his grip on the hilt tightens.
Over there, huh? Yasha.
Gong Won-ho takes a deep breath, preparing for a fight.
Gong Won-ho's eyes lock onto the dark figure Ethan, his former friend turned enemy. Ethan wants to crush Gong Won-ho's spirit and claim victory in Lucid Adventure. The obstacles are the endless maze and the Archdevil's power, manipulating the battlefield. Gong Won-ho readies himself for battle, his determination fueling his every move. He knows that if he fails, he'll be forever stuck at level. Ethan sneers, his confidence evident in every step forward. A desperate Gong Won-ho takes a deep breath, steeling himself for the fight ahead.
You should have stayed hidden.
The key action or twist. Ha-yun's desperate gamble pays off as he unleashes a fierce onslaught, shattering the enemy's formation and sending shockwaves through the battlefield. His determination fueling an unprecedented surge in power. The emotional stakes. Lena's newfound resolve is forged in the fire of her unyielding determination, as she finds an unexpected sense of purpose and belonging among her comrades, her heart swelling with a deep and abiding loyalty to those she's come to care for. The cliffhanger. As the darkness closes in, Ha-yun's fragile alliance teeters on the brink of collapse, the very fate of humanity hanging precariously in the balance. As the enigmatic figure of Archie appears, her presence conjuring an ominous and unspoken threat.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update.